Welcome, everyone. Today, we are focusing on a critical aspect of managing Azure subscriptions and governance, controlling your cloud spend. We will explore how to master cost management by utilizing alerts, budgets, and Azure Advisor recommendations. Let's get started. Let's kick things off by defining Azure Cost Management. What exactly is it? It is a powerful suite of native tools designed to help you analyze, manage, and optimize your Azure workloads. For the basics, it centralizes your billing administration, usage data, and budget configurations into a single pane of glass. Why is this so critical? Because the cloud's agility means resources can be spun up instantly, which can quickly lead to unexpected expenses if left unchecked. How do we use it? You simply navigate to Cost Management in the Azure portal, where you are immediately presented with your current and forecasted expenditures. For a deep dive, you can use the Cost Analysis tool to slice and dice your data. You can group costs by resource group, service name, or custom tags to see exactly which department or application is consuming your funds. Take a look at this flowchart, which illustrates the three main pillars of Azure Cost Management. At the top, we have the core service, which branches out into cost analysis, budgets and alerts, and Azure Advisor. Cost analysis helps you track and forecast your spending. Budgets and alerts allow you to set financial thresholds and trigger automated responses. Finally, Azure Advisor provides actionable recommendations to right-size your infrastructure and eliminate waste. We will explore each of these pillars in detail. Now let's focus on Azure budgets. What are they? They are essential tools that allow you to set spending limits and monitor your cloud expenses. The basics of a budget include defining a specific scope, choosing a time frame like monthly or annually, and setting a hard monetary limit. Why do we need them? Because they ensure that your cloud usage remains strictly aligned with your financial targets. Now, here's a critical deep dive constraint you must remember. Budgets in Azure are exclusively a monitoring mechanism. If a business unit blows past its 100% budget threshold, Azure will send an alert, but it will absolutely not shut down or stop your running resources. This prevents accidental outages of mission-critical applications just because a financial limit was reached. When should you use them? Always establish a budget the moment you provision a new subscription. This hierarchy diagram highlights the different scope options available when creating a budget. You can apply a budget at the highest level, the management group, to monitor an entire division. You can apply it at the subscription level, which is the most common approach. Or, for highly granular control, you can apply a budget directly to a specific resource group to monitor a single application's cost. Let's walk through how to actually create and configure a budget. In the portal, you navigate to Cost Management, select Budgets, and click Add. For the basics, you must define the reset period, which is typically your billing month, along with a creation and expiration date. How do you know what amount to set? Azure intelligently provides a chart displaying your historical spending alongside a forecasted trajectory, helping you input a highly accurate and realistic budget amount. Furthermore, you can apply filters based on locations or resource types. For a deep dive strategy, consider using tag-based filters. If marketing and HR share a single subscription, you can create a budget that strictly filters for the tag department, marketing, allowing you to isolate and monitor their exact spend independent of HR. This sequence diagram maps out the exact workflow for creating a budget. The admin selects the scope in the portal. The portal instantly queries the cost engine to retrieve historical and forecasted data, presenting it visually. The admin uses this data to confidently define the monetary amount, apply custom tag filters, set the monthly reset period, and save the configuration, activating continuous monitoring. A budget isn't very useful if it doesn't tell you when you're spending too much. That is where cost alerts come in. What are they? They are percentage-based thresholds that trigger notifications when your spending hits specific levels. For the basics, it's best practice to set multiple tiered thresholds such as 50%, 75%, and 90%. Why? Because this gives you early, escalating warnings, granting you the runway to investigate anomalies before the budget is completely blown. When configuring these, you must choose an evaluation type, actual or forecasted. As a deep dive tactic, I highly recommend setting an alert for 100% or 105% of forecasted spend. This allows Azure's machine learning to warn you in the middle of the month if your current daily burn rate will ultimately result in an overage by the end of the month. This flowchart demonstrates the continuous threshold evaluation process. As cloud spend accumulates, the engine constantly checks your rules. If actual spend hits 75%, a warning alert fires. If it hits 100%, a critical alert fires. Simultaneously, if the predictive engine sees your forecast hitting 110%, it fires a proactive alert, driving the administrator to investigate and optimize before the actual bill arrives. When a cost threshold is met, how do you actually get notified? Through action groups. What are they? Action groups define your exact notification preferences and automated responses in Azure. The basics involve sending an email, an SMS message, or even a voice call. Why is this so flexible? Because you can configure a single budget to email both the IT owner and the finance department simultaneously, ensuring total transparency. But action groups go far beyond simple emails. For a deep dive, you can link an action group to an Azure function, a logic app, or an automation runbook. Imagine a scenario where a development resource group exceeds its budget. You can trigger a logic app that automatically shuts down all the non-critical VMs in that group to immediately halt further spending. Look at the power of action groups in this diagram. A budget threshold is exceeded, which immediately triggers the designated action group. The group fans out in parallel. It sends an email to finance, it logs a ticket in your ITSM tool like ServiceNow, and, most powerfully, it triggers an automated logic app that actively deallocates the offending dev VMs, instantly stopping the financial bleed. Setting budgets is defensive, but using Azure Advisor is offensive cost optimization. What is it? Azure Advisor is your free, personalized cloud consultant. For the basics, it continuously analyzes your configuration and usage telemetry across your tenant to provide highly actionable recommendations. Why must you use this? Because right-sizing your environment is the absolute most critical step for managing costs, and it must be done before you ever commit to long-term purchases. How do you use it? Simply open Advisor and click the Cost tab. For a deep dive, Advisor specifically hunts down waste. It will flag unattached managed disks that you are paying for but not using, and it will identify underutilized virtual machines, recommending that you either resize them to a smaller SKU or shut them down entirely to realize immediate monthly savings. This flow shows the Azure Advisor engine at work. It constantly ingests and analyzes your resource telemetry in the background. When it detects an unattached disk, it recommends deletion. When it detects a VM running at 5% CPU for a week, it recommends right-sizing to a smaller SKU. Both of these automated insights lead directly to immediate, measurable cost savings. Once you have right-sized your environment using Advisor, your next step is Azure Reservations. What are they? Reservations allow you to commit to a 1-year or 3-year plan for specific resources. The basic premise is simple. In exchange for your commitment, Microsoft gives you a massive discount up to 72% compared to standard pay-as-you-go pricing. Why do this? It is the perfect financial vehicle for your production workloads that have highly predictable, 24/7 usage patterns. You don't even have to guess what to buy. Azure Advisor analyzes your historical usage and tells you exactly which reservations will yield the highest ROI. As an advanced deep dive, if you have software assurance, you can combine Azure Reservations with the Azure Hybrid benefit. This lets you bring your own Windows Server licenses to the cloud, stacking the discounts for maximum compute savings. This flowchart illustrates the ultimate cost optimization path. You identify a predictable production workload. You check Advisor for the exact recommendation. You then choose a commitment term, 1 year for moderate savings or 3 years for maximum discounts up to 72%. Finally, you layer on the Azure Hybrid benefit, resulting in the absolute lowest possible compute cost for your enterprise. To conclude our training, let's tie everything together into a comprehensive cost governance strategy. A mature cloud environment relies on combining tags, budgets, alerts, and Advisor. It all starts with resource tags. By using Azure Policy to mandate tags like Cost Center or Department on every single deployment, you ensure that every penny spent is perfectly trackable. Why is this important? Because it enables accurate chargeback and showback models, holding individual business units accountable for their specific consumption. You can then configure scheduled reports to automatically email these customized cost breakdowns to department heads every month. For a deep dive takeaway, enforce this strict lifecycle, tag everything via policy at creation, set targeted budgets based on those tags, configure automated alerts, and religiously review Azure Advisor monthly to eliminate waste. Our final diagram is your continuous optimization lifecycle. Step 1. Enforce tags via Azure Policy. Step 2. Track those tags in cost analysis. Step 3. Create strict tag-based budgets. Step 4. Set up your action group alerts to catch overages. Step 5. Review Advisor to find waste. Step 6. Right size and purchase reservations. This creates an infinite, closed-loop cycle of financial governance, ensuring your Azure environment is always cost-effective. Thank you for joining.
Welcome to quicktechie.com. So just type in quicktechie.com here. Then you can go through the material which is provided by Quicktechie. So we have first of all video courses which you can go here and you can find the various video courses across the technologies as well as finance domain. So if you see in Microsoft, we have 8 programs currently running. Next, you can go through the ebooks available. So all the ebooks which are in PDF format today, and you can download this. So let me go through Microsoft certification ebooks. You can click on any of this and you can see this is the PDF available for you to download. So these are the premium ebook mostly available on quicktechie.com platform only. Now the second part is exam simulator. As we primarily focus on the all technology companies and finance domain certification preparation material, so this is company wide listed here and you can go through this. So let me go through the Microsoft one again. You can see this is all Microsoft related certification. AB 730 exam, if you open it, so you can see here this, and all the practice papers are available here. Today we have a 5 practice paper. So click on the first practice paper, it would load the questions. You can answer this question. This is way you can answer it and you can move to the next question. Now third material we wanted to highlight is an audiobook. So we started recently with the audiobooks as well, which you can listen on the go, and various technology wise ebooks are available. And at the last, this is our alumni. These people who are subscribing to our courses and this platform, they are all listed here. And at the end, I wanted to tell you, if you find any course or training or certification preparation material which you want to get us prepared for yourself, please put on the comment section. If you're watching on YouTube, on Udemy, or on this platform itself, quicktechie.com, then please put the comment, or you can even send an email to using this contact us options here. You can directly do the WhatsApp message. You can call us on this numbers as well.